Welcome to the Embodiment Podcast. This show is for you if you see the body as more than a brain taxi. It's for people interested in coming home to the body as a holistic aspect of who we are and how we live. Episodes contain practical tips, exercises you can take away, and interviews with embodiment specialists from around the world. I'm your host, Mark Walsh. So this is an update on the podcast and various other things that are going on. Lots I could say. So I took a trip around the world and a bunch of people who listen to the podcast put me up. So thank you for all those guys in New Zealand and elsewhere and Australia who picked me up from the airport, accommodated me, chatted to me. It was really nice to meet some of you people in person. So I just keep encouraging you to do that. You know, like I'm in town the weekend for a thing in Amsterdam. If you're there, then shout. You know, even if you don't come to workshops and trainings, it's still really nice just to meet people who listen. So I just encourage you to, if you see my calendar, to reach out to say hi. So that's the first thing. Thank you for those guys and keep meeting in person. The podcast is going from strength to strength. The audience figures keep growing. It's interesting to see where you guys are listening in from. It's shifted slightly. Germany's gone up, Sweden's gone up, Netherlands has gone up, Ireland's gone up. The top few, however, the US, particularly the West Coast, a bit in New York and a bit in Austin. And followed by the UK, followed by Australia, and then Canada and Germany. They're the top few, but people listen from all over the world. Lithuania somehow got in the top 20 somehow, and people from all over the place listening as ever, really, like lots and lots of countries, and the figures are going up. So thank you for your support. Really does help me out if you share podcasts and let friends know about it. We're really building something here that motivates me to keep going as well when I see that it's successful. And when I see that people are actually listening to the interviews I'm putting out. We dropped down to one a week for a while because I was recording less when I was away. You may notice we've gone up to 2 a week again. Some of you say you find it hard to keep up. That's fine. You don't have to. Just let it wash over you. Listen to the ones that are most interesting. Also, to keep up 2 a week, big news, Maud Rabir is joining us. So Maud, who interviewed me for the 100th episode, which has been strangely popular, she is going to be interviewing people as well from now on. So Maud is a long-term colleague of mine. She been working with leadership embodiment, all kinds of movement practices, business work for many, many years. She assists on various courses that I run, and we're co-writing a book together. So she's deep in the work, the embodied work that we're doing. So Maud is going to be interviewing people. That just means that I can get 2 out a week. It's just getting a bit much trying to keep up with 2 a week interviewing. So Maud's helping me out. So enjoy the ones with Maud, and let me know what you think about those. Other updates. So the Embodied Facilitator course has had about 30 applications already. So if you're serious about embodiment, you want to go much deeper, then I would apply now, particularly before the conference. Okay, so Embodied Facilitator course for those of you who want to work with the body in business setting, you want to go much deeper perspective on this. Obviously, there's only so much you can learn from listening to podcasts, and the face-to-face training is helpful. The conference, however, is coming up and it's going to be bloody epic. So it's coming up in November. As you know, we've added an extra day. It starts on the 12th of November now. It's free online, but you do need to register. We've had over 5,000 people register. Probably by the time this goes out, at least 6,000. And we're going to have to cap it at 10,000. We already upgraded the technology, but basically just with the tech we have, there's no way we can take more than 10,000. And that's pushing it a bit. So, limited places. I'm not just saying that as a sales thing. There genuinely is. We genuinely can't take more than 10,000. We just weren't expecting to be that successful. Actually, we're expecting to get 5,000 max. And I think we're well on target for 10,000 by the time it goes live, because a lot of the teachers are sharing it on their newsletters this month. We've had all kinds of new speakers sign up. I saw yesterday Arowana Hayashi agreed. Speakers come and go, but it's mostly just new people signing up. We've got about 100 speakers now. So I'm really pleased with it. The Facebook group, there's a Facebook event page and a group. The group is absolutely full of great discussion, a really positive vibe. We had this weird social justice attack a while back on the conference, but it's kind of, that's ancient history now, and it's really going well. Really good vibe. Everyone's getting involved. Currently, we're sort of voting for the last speakers. No, you can't come on it if you're wanting to. It's a bit late now. Maybe in 2 years when we do it again. But yeah, so it's looks like it's going to be a really great event. So just encourage you to get involved in that. It's the biggest kind of free giveaway of embodied knowledge I think there's ever been. So I just really encourage you to get involved with the conference. Have a look at that Facebook group and make sure you sign up. You Google the Embodiment Conference, you get all the details, and you just put your email in to get access to all of that. What else? So I think they're the main pieces of news. We just had a good embodied facilitator course, a good embodied yoga principles, teacher training in the UK, people from all over the world coming. There's now a bunch more teachers in the US, which is cool. We'll be doing a EYP teacher training very shortly in Stockholm as part of attached to the Yoda Festival. So if you're there, I probably won't be teaching there again after this year. I'm cutting back on my travel. And also in Dubai, again, probably the first and last time I teach an Embodied Yoga Principles teacher training there. You can find that on Facebook or via the Embodied Yoga Principles website. There's loads of stuff happening with EYP in Russia. We're going to do a whole bunch of teacher trainings next year. I'll be teaching the one in May in the UK and the one in June in Texas. And then senior teachers are now trained to teach at the other ones. So if you're interested in yoga off the mat, the psychological side of yoga, have a look at the Embodied Yoga Principles work. I will probably be offering some kind of an embodiment intensive next year as well, for people who are not facilitators or yoga teachers. Apparently normal people also listen to this and just want a sort of personal deep dive. We'll be offering something on parenting. Huge kudos to Vidyadasa, who's just had a great success with the embodied meditation online course. Had 96 people for that, so that did well. We're going to do a parenting one next year. There's going to be some kind of a embodied yoga one online as well for people out there in far-flung places who can't get to the teacher trainings and the face-to-face ones. So there's a few things that are going on. As you can hear, there's a lot going on with the podcast. I currently have all of one Patreon supporter, so if you want to actually, put your money where your ears are, feel free to put that on Patreon. As I said, it does help me justify putting more time on this. I'm also seeing the podcast is a win for me in a number of ways. I mean, it's definitely giving a stage to people I want to give a stage to. Personally, I do increasingly see people come to my training courses who have been listeners for a while now. We're coming up to our year-long anniversary, I think, fairly soon. We've had something like, it's hard to tell because you don't hear all of them, but something like 200,000 downloads, which is just amazing, right? To reach so many people. If you think of that in terms of Wembley Arena, if you're a British football fan, or a huge sporting arena filled out at least twice, Manchester United 3 times over, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And the quality of speakers we've had, I think, have been very, very good. You've probably heard some of the highlights. If you haven't heard Doug Silsby one before, he sadly passed away. That is a particularly touching one, I would say. The one with Christopher Wallace has done very well. Pete Blackaby, if you like yoga. There's one from Helen Payne about kind of the science and research on embodiment. It's very good. Who else have we had in recent history? There's a blokey one with me and Stephen Kotev that got some feminist hate mail as a result. Irene Lyons is one on trauma, continues to do well. Martin Aylward's one continues to do well. The coaching one from Curtis Watkins has done really well. And the ones that I've done individually seem to have done particularly well. So I'll be recording some more of those. They're kind of information dumps, I guess, like the 4 Elements one or the martial arts one. I'm going to do another one on sales. So it's just a huge cool resource, isn't it? So I feel like, the people that come on win, you guys win and I win. And if you want to help me with that, the Patreon is on the site there, and that is super helpful. But yeah, just keep enjoying it, keep sharing it, keep involved, join the Facebook group, comment on there, and I'm going to see a bunch of you, I guess, at the conference. So I will see you then. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to get more. If you'd like to help us build the Embodied Tribe, leave a review on iTunes or share this on your social media. If you're interested in training globally, sign up to receive the newsletter at embodiedfacilitator.com. Until next time, welcome home to the body.